Something massive just happened in the crypto world, and XRP holders, this one's for you. While the market was shaking with fear and confusion, a wave of manipulation unfolded right before our eyes. Yet behind all that chaos, something big and incredibly bullish for XRP is taking shape, the ETF news that could change everything. So, let's dive deep into what really happened, why it matters, and what's coming next for XRP. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiteboard Crypto Update. In today's video, we will talk about XRP future. So be sure to stay focused, as you surely don't want to miss out on this. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. Please remember, this is not a financial advice video. First, let's talk about what went down last night. The crypto market just experienced what many are calling the largest liquidation event in history. In fact, the total liquidation across the market touched nearly $20 billion in just 24 hours. That's about 20 times larger than the massive 2020 crash. But here's the thing, many are calling it exactly what it was, a manipulation event, not a natural correction. When this wave hit, retail investors, the everyday people, were locked out from buying the dip. Exchanges suddenly froze, transaction errors popped up everywhere, and people who wanted to scoop up cheap XRP couldn't even make their purchases. Yet somehow, institutional investors, the big money players, had no issue getting in at the bottom. They bought it all up fast, and within hours the market bounced back in a V-shaped recovery. Coincidence? Not a chance. That's the classic pattern of market manipulation. Create panic, trigger mass liquidation, and then let the smart money step in and buy it all back at a discount. Now, according to community polls, around 45% of XRP holders managed to buy the dip, while a little over half were either holding tight or unable to buy due to exchange issues. Only a small fraction, around 4%, actually sold during the panic. And that tells you something. The true believers, the long-term holders, are still here. They know that short-term crashes don't define XRP's future. They just create buying opportunities. Right now, XRP remains one of the most undervalued digital assets on the market. Despite all the volatility, the fundamentals haven't changed. This isn't financial advice, but if you've been following XRP for years, you already know where this story leads. There's a reason why massive financial players are circling this asset, and that reason just became a lot clearer with the latest ETF developments. Let's talk about the XRP ETF filings that are now gaining serious traction. Just recently, 21 Shares officially submitted its S1A filing to the US SEC with the goal of creating an ETF that tracks XRP's price using the CME benchmark. That means they're preparing for something significant institutional-level exposure to XRP. On top of that, Bitboy, another major name in the ETF world, has also filed its third amendment for an XRP ETF. When multiple financial giants start aligning their moves around the same asset, it's never random. It's a clear sign of what's ahead. We've been waiting for years for XRP to gain the same kind of institutional recognition that Bitcoin and Ethereum have through their ETFs. Now, that moment seems closer than ever. Combine that with upcoming interest rate cuts, renewed regulatory clarity, and growing demand for cross-border payment solutions, and you have a recipe for something big brewing behind the scenes. Of course, the market manipulators aren't just going to step aside quietly. They need volatility to profit. That's why you'll continue to see these sudden dips. They shake out weak hands, make people doubt themselves, and allow the big players to buy back at lower prices. It's a strategy as old as markets themselves, but for those who can see beyond the panic, these moments are golden opportunities. Every time a liquidation like this happens, it tells us two things. First, the big institutions are still in full control of how the market moves. And second, they are quietly positioning themselves for something major, something that most retail investors won't realize until it's too late. When the next leg up begins, many who sold in fear will be left watching from the sidelines as prices skyrocket again. And let's be clear, this isn't about conspiracy theories. This is how markets work when controlled by powerful interests. The difference is this time the XRP community is smarter, stronger, and more informed than ever before. You can't manipulate people who understand the game. If you held through last night's chaos, you've already proven that you're part of the strong hands that understand the bigger picture. You didn't panic, you didn't let fear win, and that's exactly the kind of mindset that long-term success in crypto requires. Because while short-term moves may shake the weak hands, the long-term trend always rewards patience. The truth is, we're entering a new phase for XRP. The groundwork for mainstream adoption is being laid right now. With ETFs on the horizon, institutional custody solutions improving, and the global financial system gradually shifting toward blockchain-based payments, XRP's real use case is becoming more undeniable every day. So, what should you take away from all of this? Simple. Volatility doesn't mean danger, it means opportunity. When markets crash without warning, that's not the end. It's the setup. The people who recognize manipulation for what it is will be the ones standing strong when the dust settles. Last night was one of those rare moments in crypto history that separate believers from doubters. If you're still holding, still trusting the process, then you've earned respect not just from this community, but from the market itself. Because every crash, every manipulation, and every temporary setback is part of a much larger cycle, one that ends with XRP exactly where it belongs, at the center of the new digital financial era. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on XRP? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any new future videos, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification under this video, so that you're notified the next time we upload a video on the latest XRP and cryptocurrency news. Until the next video comes out, you can watch our other videos about XRP or other cryptocurrencies. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.